Come along with me today as I plan our school calendar for the 2025-2026 school year. Hi everyone, welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Jerilyn. I'm a homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 10, 4, and 1. And we have been homeschooling now for 6 years. We're just finishing up the 6th year, and next year will be 7 years. I can't even believe it. Ever since I started homeschooling back in 2019, I have been doing the same method of planning out my school year calendar first and then planning everything else. So this is the first part in a planning series here on my channel. So I hope that you will click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and stick around so that you can see the rest of my planning series. I recently asked on my community tab if people would be most interested in planning videos or curriculum reviews or both, and it was hands down both. So what I've decided to do is do one planning video a week, one curriculum review a week, and then have one video left for whatever else I need to share with you, probably about things that we're going to be doing next year. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. Okay, so first, to tell you what I use, this is a calendar printed from Calendarpedia.com. And I really like this website because they have so many different options of types of calendars that you can print. They have yearly calendars, monthly calendars. They have scheduling types of printouts. What I have been using is the school year calendar, and that is because it starts in August and it ends in July. And the reason that works out really well for us is that usually we start our new homeschool year in about the 3rd or 4th week of August, but definitely before Labor Day week. So this one is called the 2025-2026 school calendar, but they also have some options like a split year calendar, which starts in July and then ends in the following June. And then they also have one called an academic calendar that starts in September and then ends the following August. So pick one of those, and then there's also options if you want to edit in Excel or Word, or if you just want to download the PDF and print it out. They have so many different options, so definitely check out Calendarpedia. I'm going to leave a link down below for you in the description box of this exact calendar, so I'll just leave a website link for you. First, before we get started, I do want to make sure that you know, just a little disclaimer, that you need to make sure that you are following your state's guidelines as to when your school year starts and finishes, if you need a certain amount of days or hours in different subject areas and things like that. You can find all of that information through the HSLDA website. I will link that down below for you in the description box. And so it's just really important to make sure that you are going by your state's guidelines, and especially if you have to turn in any kind of attendance records or calendars or anything like that. Now, here in my state, I live in Oregon, we have very few homeschool regulations when it comes to calendars and how many days a year and all of that. We don't have anything specific. So basically, I just plan it all myself, and that's what we do. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around now and show you what I do. So here is my calendar. Again, it's from Calendarpedia. So I'm going to use these 2 erasable highlighters. These are from Hobby Lobby, and I will link them down below for you in case you are interested. It comes in a multi-pack, I think 6 colors or so. I like to use green for when we're going to do school, and pink or red when we're going to stop, because that makes sense in my brain. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pink highlighter to mark out weeks that I know for sure will not be having school. So the first one that I can think of is in November. We like to take the whole week of Thanksgiving off. And then I also like to take off the full week of Christmas. And usually the week after that, my husband has off. It kind of depends on how the week falls. But I know that we're going to be off those weeks. Then the next thing that I do, now I do plan for a 36-week school year. And the reason for that is because we use Sunlight History Bible Literature programs, and they are 36 weeks long. So I know that I need 180 days to do that program, and I don't like to do a ton of it in the summer. So I try to make sure that I plan enough time to at least have 36 weeks of work time. So I know that I like to have about 6 weeks after January starts. And so I like to do 6 weeks on and then 1 week off. So I'm going to go ahead and count 6 weeks from January on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to take a break right here. And now I can always adjust this. This is just kind of how we start the year with what we know. So then I'm going to do 6 more weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, oops, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes. I thought I had it wrong for a second. And then I'm going to take another break week. And that works out really well because Easter is on April 5th next year. Then I know that I'm only going to go through the first week of June because the following week is the week after my daughter's dance recitals, and we have a family birthday that week, and so we like to take that off. So I know that we're going to be done on June 5th. So this is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to just count how many weeks we have until June 5th, and then the rest of our weeks to 36 are going to go in the fall, if that makes any sense. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we had 8 weeks, 6 weeks, and 6 weeks. So that's 20 weeks of school between January and June 5th, which means that we need 16 more weeks to get 36 weeks. So if I count, that would take us, well, I know that we're going to do school these 3 weeks of December, so that's 21 weeks, 22, 23, and we're going to have that break. And so then usually what I like to do is I like to have another 6 or 7 weeks. So we're going to see how many we have left. So if we have 23, 21, 22, 23, let's see, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay, but I know we want one more break kind of in September, October. So that means we're going to need to start on August 18th. So let's go ahead and do 6 weeks from here and see where that lands us for a break. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that works out perfect because my husband usually likes to take off at the end of September or early October. So that works out perfect. And then, so that was 6 weeks. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, perfect. So we have 16 weeks for the fall and 20 weeks for the winter and spring. So that takes us to 36 weeks of school starting on August 18th and ending on June 5th. And that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of break scattered throughout that 36 weeks. Well, I hope that it was helpful for you to see how I plan our homeschool year calendar. Don't forget to go down to the description box and find the link to the Calendarpedia website where you can find a calendar just like this one or a different version if you want to poke around and see what you like. Like I said before, they have a split year option, which starts in July and ends in June. They have this one, which is a school year calendar that goes from August to July. And then they also have a academic calendar, which starts in September and ends in the following August. So with all of those options, I hope that you can find something that works for you. So in my next planning video, I'm going to be showing you how I plan our curriculum year at a glance page. That shows all 36 weeks from the beginning of the school year to the end, and kind of how I organize our curriculum so that we slowly start into school and then slowly go into summer in the spring. So look forward to that. It'll probably be next week sometime. If you are watching this video later on, I will have the whole playlist linked in the description box so that you can see all of the videos in my planning series. If there are certain things that you would like to know about how I plan, please don't forget to leave me a message down below in the comments, because it's really helpful when you have specific things that you're looking to have answered for me to do videos on. So definitely leave me messages about that if you have questions. Well, I think that is about it for today. So don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today at our homeschool table, and we'll see you next time.